This is one scary and also a topic of interest, at least to most of us. Let's listen to it.
I have a piece of the Great Pyramid that was taken. It is illegal to have, and it also, I think, is cursed. And so we are sending it back today. It's taken me, it's like one of those things, it's not hard, but it has taken me so long to like pack this thing and get it out of my house. And so I have some foam, I have bubble wrap, I have the envelope that it came in, and I have this box. Although it won't ship flat rate to Egypt, the guy at the post office told me that I could in fact use this box. So that's what I'm going to do. If you're new here, a year and a half ago, my oldest son went to Egypt and brought home what he said was a piece of the pyramid. Said he broke it off and brought it home. And immediately I was like, you have to send that thing back. That it needs to go back from where it came. Like it does not belong with us. And after he brought that back, our family has been cursed with nothing but bad luck, and terrible things have happened. And eventually he actually passed away in March. And I'm not making light of him passing. I'm processing that off of TikTok. It's what it is. So, but we've had deaths, we've had cancer, we've had hospitals have happened. And every time something bad happened, I was like, we have to get that piece of the pyramid gone. And he always laughed and told me I was crazy. And when he passed, I had to get this pyramid and get it out of our family and get it back to where it came from. And that is what I'm going to do. So I asked in the last video that I made, and it's been like a month because I've been putting it off. I think it's actually been like 3 weeks, but I've been putting it off because it's one of those things that's not hard, but you're just not ready to do it. And I need to do it because I'm leaving on a trip in a week. So, yeah, I'm going to put this in here, and then I'm going to very gently put the piece of the pyramid. There it is, in a lot of bubble wrap. And then I'm going to write a little handwritten note and just explain why this is coming back, and to please forgive us and accept our deepest and sincerest apologies from our family. I have been trying to figure out, like, how do I get the curse off of my family? Is it just returning this thing? I don't know. We will see. But, okay, I've got it. I'm going to, that scrabbling is like my dog on the floor. So I'm just going to wrap this in bubble wrap. Fresh, clean, nice bubble wrap, not the scrap that it came in. And that is that. Hold on. All right, so I'm just going to cut pieces of this foam and kind of make sure that this thing isn't going anywhere. I don't want I don't want them to open it and think that it wasn't taken care of. It has been safe here, and now it needs to go back and be safe there. So these boxes are tricky. Have you ever used these little flat rate boxes? It's like, I need 3 hands. Okay, almost there. If your family ever brought home a piece of something that it shouldn't have, would you have returned it? What would you do? How would you ensure that it got back to where it needs to go? Has your family ever done that? Has your family ever put you in that sort of a situation? Anyway, I'm going to tape all this up and put the address for the Cairo Museum right there, and then I'm going to go stand in line at the post office and drop this thing off and send it back. With much love.
Bro, tell me why the box got sent back to her. She said that it says received, but the box got sent back to her. She said nobody wanted to receive the package. So she's back with this piece of pyramid that her late son, stole from Egypt. I don't
don't know who told some of y'all that not believing in spirituality makes it not real, but that's the farthest thing from the truth. So I'm going to say this once again. Just because you do not believe in spirituality does not mean that it's not real and it won't tear your ass up. Your lack of belief does not void the reality. I don't know if y'all heard them birds, but that was confirmation. Y'all better find somebody to play with. I'm telling you, boy, leave that ancient shit alone. Nothing to play with. Serious work right there.
Now, I knew as soon as sis said he took a piece of the pyramid, he was dead. Like, I don't mean to say that so, bluntly. But it's like, y'all be trying to play with these ancient energies. Everything is energy, right? You can't just take a piece of the pyramid back home with you. That's not how that works. On the most basic, primitive level of thinking, you don't just go into somebody's house and take something out of their house without asking them. Because you don't know what the consequences could be, right? You just don't know. You need to ask permission. So it'd be one thing if you went there and your spirit team or your ancestors or whoever was like, this is for you. This belongs to you. You need to take this to take it back to your bloodline and it'll enrich your bloodline. I don't know. I mean, for all we know, maybe their ancestors are thieves. We all got some unscrupulous ancestors. We could be honest about that. But I just knew that's ancient energy. That's ancient energy. You don't just take something and think that you... She said all types of chaos started to ensue. First of all, his mother told him to take it back initially. He didn't. All sorts of chaos started to ensue, and then ultimately he died. Before she even got to that part in the story, I already knew he had died. I didn't even need to listen to the rest of it. I just knew that was clearly what was going to come. And she makes a good point. Make sure you go watch the full video because I only stitched a part of it. But she makes a good point that you don't have to believe in these things for them to affect you. Right? This is spirituality. This is not religion. That's a different thing. This is energy. This is nature. This is just ancient power that is beyond anything that you can imagine. I mean, I personally have been obsessed with Egypt since I was a kid. You think I would go there and steal something from that land? Absolutely not. Like, that would never even cross my mind. I'd be so grateful to just be there. Like, just to be in awe, right? I would never think to just, let me just. No. She sent it back, and it got sent back to her. And when she said that, I said, well, why would she think she could just mail it? You got to take that in person, mama. Do you think that energy is going to accept that piece of pyramid from you, from the mail? Like, who are you even sending that to? Do you think somebody's going to receive that and be like, oh, okay, I got you. I'll take it back. Because I never would. I didn't steal it to begin with. That's on you and your bloodline. That's literally your son took that and brought that home to you. You have to take it back. Ever since I went through my spiritual awakening or conscious awakening, whatever you want to call it, back in 2008, obsessed with ankhs as well, right? I'll either wear a ring or a necklace. This is my necklace that I've had for quite a while sometime. But like, just the culture and the richness and the royalty and the politics and just always been obsessed with that place. So I would approach it with the utmost respect. And when I travel anywhere, I'm approaching that land and those people with the utmost respect. I've talked about it before. People are on TikTok telling her to, take offerings or something, and she's, make a prayer or something. Yeah, all of those things. Take an offering, say a few prayers, apologize, right? You've disrupted something, right? Or not you specifically, your son disrupted something, and that the consequence was tragic. Y'all can't be playing with these ancient energies, man. It's not a game, whether you believe in it or not.
Please tell me someone else saw the video of the woman who said that her son stole a piece of the pyramid in Egypt and brought it home. Now, I'm assuming home is America, but it gets crazy. First of all, anyone spiritual or with sense knows that you're not supposed to take things from ancient grounds. They are protected in many ways. When they tell you, like, don't touch Chichen Itza and stuff, they mean it. And there's reason. That's what I'm saying. Don't play. Y'all like to play in the face of entities that you don't think exist. And I'm sorry for you. I have so much respect for those places. You can just feel the history. And y'all want to fuck with that? This poor family, because she said her son never gave a fuck what people thought or did and told him to do. And now she's trying to get rid of it because she feels cursed in so many ways. And to me, that's crazy. But for it to all go downhill so quick, goddamn.
Somebody was saying like, oh, these are ancient deities, like, you know, they like fruits and nuts and things like that or whatever, like offer like a, you know, give like an offering to show that you're sorry. Me, I went in to even say fast and pray and intercessory prayer too. Like, you need to intercede in the spirit for what your son did, because this definitely can affect your bloodline. So as I'm reading some more of the comments, I see that she said that it got sent back to her. It got sent back to her, y'all. So here's what I believe. I believe that when people, because this is not the only story. There are so many more stories of people saying like, yeah, somebody took something and gave it to them, and all of a sudden like all type of chaos broke out. People went manic, crazy, things like that. See, here's what I think. The pyramids were a part of like a world that we're sitting on right now. And these structures, these Tartarian structures, the pyramids, things like that, these stones, they're not movable for a reason. Otherwise, you already know, the higher ups would have been destroyed them a long time ago. They hate leaving any type of history of power belonging to somebody else. So if it's still here, it's for a reason. I believe these structures power the earth. And when you do anything to sever piece of those items that power this earth, a curse is placed upon you. And not only just on you, your bloodline, your generations to come. Just because you don't believe in gods, or you only believe in one God, or you don't believe in the spirit world, don't mean that none of them don't believe in you. Because if that was the case, when people do things like that and ignorantly move like that, smuggling in sand, smuggling in rocks, pieces of pyramid, things like that, why you think chaos happens so fast? Those gods are not dead. They're gods. They can't die. They are there to protect what belongs to this earth for a reason. If it powered the earth before, it's powering the earth now. And they will make themselves very known and clear, whether you believe in them or not, and they will come knocking at your door. Moral of the story, my mother always said, don't touch your forehead. And she also said, friend, let's bring you go, but don't bring you back. Another thing that she says, who don't listen must feel. So in other words, don't touch nothing. Don't listen to people who give you foolish ideas, because when you sitting there alone in the consequence, they not suffering with you. And then lastly, either you listen or you gonna pay the price. So, you know, I wish that lady well. I hope that she's able to get a flight out there. You know, I don't know nobody's financial situation, but I hope she's able to get a flight out there and like really pay respects and also intercede for her son for what he did, and also like cover her bloodline. Like now this is going to be her duty to make sure that it doesn't continue, because they don't stop. If it's anything that we should take from at least the movies, is that they don't stop. They don't stop. One person in your bloodline violates, it just continue on and on. Even scripture says it. Like sometimes you got to go back 5-6 generations for something that your great grandpappy and great grandmother did. Like if it's that deep, then this is just the beginning of your troubles.
Now, last I heard, the lady was saying that she was going to take the piece of the pyramid in person, and hopefully things will work out. And that is what we are praying for, that things work out for her. Now, guys, when it comes to these things that we don't know their whereabouts, especially these ancient stuff, even if archaeologists have come out to tell you that, oh, giants might have built them, blah, 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 I don't even know what to tell you, but I think I'm one person who will not touch. I don't even think I will be guided enough to enter into these pyramids or to visit them at this point. I have seen more than enough. to make me stay away from them.